So I've had a lot of problems with my shoulders thanks to I'm hypermobile, so my shoulder joints hyperextend and they're very prone to injury. So I was having problems like biceps tendonitis and just everything being gummy and moving around because it's just an unstable shoulder joint. So the one thing that I found that helps is a kettlebell circuit with a very lightweight. So I use the baby size, the one that, you're embarrassed to use, really. So you want to do this one by yourself so you don't get embarrassed. But, so use a little wimpy baby weight because this is rehab, okay? This is for stability and rehab. This is not for gains or anything like that. But first exercise is just your standard kettlebell swing, which basically I'm going to go here, slight bend to my knee, drop, relax my hips, and the goal is basically everything should come from my hips and my shoulders should just move of their own accord with the momentum. Hi Dante. Dante wants to be in the video, don't you? Alright, so I'm going to go here and just... And I don't try to pull it any higher than what it naturally will swing to. And I do a minute of this, and then I switch to one arm, keeping it in the center. Usually I look straight ahead, that helps me keep it centered. And then I'll switch after a minute. I almost, like I'm doing a clean, almost a clean jerk motion to get it up. And then I start doing alternates. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then I switch it out to doing a clean and press. So clean, I tuck it in close and tight. If the kettlebell is larger, I turn my wrist out because I want it loaded like this to protect my joint. I want to strengthen my joint, but I still want to keep it protected and strong. So clean and then press. Back to the clean position, and I do a little flick of the wrist up. So flick of the wrist, flick, up, and then we'll switch to the other side after a minute of that. And then once I would do that in a cycle, 1 minute each exercise, no rest in between, and then I'd take a couple minutes to rest and then repeat that routine 3 times. Now as my shoulders started healing up and getting stronger, I started adding in a few extra exercises. I started adding in the snatch, which goes just straight up. And then, I don't know if this is proper form or not, but what I do is I pivot my wrist and let it drop back down. A minute at each side. And then just for giggles, I started adding the halos, which really help with mobility as well. I'm holding it like this. And I'm basically, as I'm going around my head, I want this part of the kettlebell to try to touch the back of my shoulders. So I'm going around. And yes, it will mess up your hair.
But we don't care.
I do a minute in each direction. While I'm doing this, I try to stay as relaxed as possible and only because I don't want to tense and strain anything, so I try to focus on just using the muscles that need to be used for these motions. And that's what I've done for this. As long as I do that routine twice a week for 20 to 30 minutes, I have not been having any problems with my shoulders since I started doing that. If I skip it for a while, I do tend to get muscle imbalances, and then I'll start feeling it again, and I'm like, kettlebells. So, kettlebells are your friends. And yes, I just picked that up with my foot.
I saw that. I was like, wow.
This is more advanced. We'll get to this next time.